All India Radio presents Morning News. Good morning, I'm Abhishek Mukhopadhyay. The headlines. Self-imposed 14-hour curfew called by Prime Minister Narendra Modi evokes overwhelming response. People remain indoors across the country. Prime Minister urges people to appreciate those engaged in combating COVID-19, including medical personnel, at 5 this evening. Prime Minister appeals to migrants to stay put wherever they are and not undertake any journey. ICMR issues guidelines for private labs to test for COVID-19. And Rajasthan government orders complete lockdown of the state till 31st of this month. The entire country is observing Janata Curfew today following Prime Minister Narendra Modi's appeal for people to voluntarily stay indoors to check the spread of coronavirus. Public transport has been suspended or curtailed and all markets and shops except those dealing in essential items are closed. It is a self-regulated drive which came into force at 7 this morning and will continue till 9 p.m. In his appeal to the nation on 19 March of this month, Prime Minister Narendra Modi urged public to avoid stepping out of their homes.
जनता कर्फ्यू यानी जनता के लिए जनता द्वारा खुद पर लगाया गया कर्फ्यू 22 मार्च रविवार को सुबह 7 बजे से रात 9 बजे तक सभी देशवासियों को जनता कर्फ्यू का पालन करना है। इस जनता कर्फ्यू के दरमियान कोई भी नागरिक घरों से बाहर न निकले, न सड़क पे जाए, न मोहल्ले में या सोसाइटी में इकट्ठे हो, अपने घरों में ही रहे। साथियों, 22 मार्च को हमारा ये प्रयास हमारे आत्म संयम देश हित में करते हुए पालन के संकल्प का एक मजबूत प्रतीक होगा।
Mr. Modi asked everyone to express gratitude towards doctors, nurses, hospital staff, sanitation workers, airlines employees, government staff, police personnel, media people, people associated with train, bus, auto rickshaw services and home delivery agents.
चाहे डॉक्टर हो, नर्सिस हो, हॉस्पिटल का स्टाफ हो, सफाई करने वाले हमारे भाई बहन हो, एयरलाइंस के कर्मचारी हो, सरकारी कर्मचारी हो, पुलिस कर्मी हो, मीडिया कर्मी हो, रेलवे, बस, ऑटो रिक्शा की सुविधा से जुड़े लोग हो, होम डिलीवरी करने वाले लोग हो, ये लोग अपनी परवाह न करते हुए दूसरों की सेवा में लगे हुए। हम अपने घर के दरवाजे पर खड़े होकर या बालकनी में या खिड़कियों के सामने खड़े होकर रविवार को शाम को 5 बजे 5 मिनट तक ऐसे लोगों का आभार व्यक्त करें। और आभार कैसे व्यक्त करेंगे? ताली बजा करके, थाली बजा करके, घंटी बजा करके।
Cutting across party lines, chief ministers and other leaders urged the people to follow the self-imposed curfew. Our correspondent has filed this report.
No passenger train will originate from any railway station in the country till 10 p.m. tonight, while all suburban train services have been reduced to a bare minimum. Metro services, including in Delhi, are suspended for the day. Airlines like GoAir, Indigo and Vistara have announced that they are curtailing domestic operations for today. Traders' Body, Confederation of All India Traders, also announced that they will keep their establishments shut across the country. In Delhi, 50% of the buses will ply on roads, considering some people may have to travel due to an emergency. Autos and taxis, however, are off the roads as several unions decided to join the Janata Curfew. Suparna Sekia, AIR News, Delhi.
Now let's go over live to our correspondent Anupam Mishra in New Delhi to get the latest on the Janata Curfew. Anupam, please tell us what is the response of the public so far to the Janata Curfew?
Yes, Abhishek, the nationwide self-imposed Janata Curfew began at 7 in the morning and the national capital Delhi is observing an unprecedented shutdown today. People are voluntarily indoor on the clarion call of Prime Minister Narendra Modi to check the spread of novel coronavirus COVID-19. Abhishek, the 24/7 busy roads are wearing a deserted look. While metro services are completely closed, only 50% of Delhi Transport Corporation DTC buses will be on service. Abhishek.
Right. Thank you, Anupam, for that update. Prime Minister Narendra Modi has called upon people to be a part of the Janata Curfew, which will add tremendous strength to the fight against COVID-19 menace. In a tweet this morning, Mr. Modi requested citizens to become part of the nationwide campaign and make the fight against corona a success. He said the steps we take now will help in the times to come. The Prime Minister urged people to stay indoors and stay healthy. Prime Minister Narendra Modi has appealed to the migrants to stay put wherever they are and not undertake train and bus journeys to their home due to the fear of coronavirus. He cautioned people against any kind of travel, saying they are playing with their health and also putting their families at risk. PM's appeal on Twitter came amid reports of migrants leaving for their homes from big cities where several cases of coronavirus have been reported. He said traveling in a crowded space increased the risk of its spread. Prime Minister Narendra Modi has urged pharma industry to manufacture COVID-19 testing kits on a war footing. During an interaction with representatives of pharma companies through video conferencing, Mr. Modi said, Centre has already approved schemes worth 14,000 crore rupees for production of critical drugs and medical equipment. During the meeting, Prime Minister reviewed preparations to combat COVID-19 with pharma industry. He said this sector has a key role to play in creating a healthier India. Mr. Modi expressed hope that pharma industry will not only ensure the maintenance of supply line of essential medicines, medical kits and equipment, but also focus on innovation and cutting-edge research. Pharma companies assured the Prime Minister that India has enough supplies of all essential pharma commodities and there is no reason to worry. A total of 283 confirmed cases of COVID-19 have been reported in India so far. Briefing reporters in New Delhi, Joint Secretary in the Health Ministry, Love Agarwal said 111 labs across the country have been made functional. He also said that people should not go for coronavirus tests out of fashion or for confidence building, and it should be done as per protocol. He said the contact tracing of over 7,000 persons has been done so far.
अभी हमारे पूरे एफर्ट्स हैं कि हम हर तरीके से हर केस के कॉन्टेक्ट्स को आइडेंटिफाई करें और उन केसेस को आइडेंटिफाई करके चेन ऑफ ट्रांसमिशन को ब्रेक करें। ये हम सबको समझना चाहिए, नंबर ऑफ केसेस बढ़ रहे हैं और इसी कारण से आज की तारीख में हम लोग उन्हें सोशल डिस्टेंसिंग के लिए, कल भी हमने हर स्टेट से रिक्वेस्ट की है कि आप सोशल डिस्टेंसिंग के लिए जो भी समाज को इन्वॉल्व करते हुए जरूरत पड़े तो लीगल एक्शन लेते हुए आप रिक्वायर्ड एक्शन लीजिए।
Mr. Agarwal said Health Ministry conducted training on critical care management at 1,000 places through video conferencing. Delhi metro services will remain closed today in view of the Janata Curfew. The move is aimed at encouraging public to stay indoors and maintain social distancing, which is essential in the fight against COVID-19. The metro services will also mostly be closed except for few hours on Monday as part of precautionary measures. Services from 6 a.m. to 8 a.m. will be available at a frequency of 20 minutes only for people involved in essential services like hospitals, police, fire department, among others. Services from 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. will be available for everyone. However, the metro service will be closed from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. Services from 4 p.m. to 8 p.m. will again be available but will cease after 8 p.m. onwards. This is All India Radio giving you the news. For quick news updates round the clock, follow us on our Twitter handle at AIR News Alerts. 22nd March, 7 a.m. to 9 p.m. Join the fight against novel coronavirus. Let's break the chain of the outbreak by staying indoors. Save yourself, your family members and the society. Take the opportunity to thank all those involved in this fight round the clock. Exactly at 5 p.m. for 5 minutes, let's come to our doors and balconies to clap, ring bells, beat plates to boost their morale. Indian Council of Medical Research, ICMR, has issued guidelines for private labs to conduct COVID-19 tests. The move is aimed at improving the testing facilities across the country. The private centers will work under the domain of the ICMR. As per the guidelines, the private labs should conduct tests only when prescribed by qualified physician. Adoption of commercial kits for testing should be based on validations conducted by ICMR National Institute of Virology, NIV, Pune. The ICMR has also revised the criteria for testing coronavirus patients. Chief Minister of Rajasthan, Ashok Gehlot, has given instructions to completely lock down the state till March 31st. The Chief Minister also instructed to provide free wheat to the families associated with the National Food Security Act till May. More from a correspondent.
Except some essential services, all government and private offices, malls, shops, factories and public transport facilities will be closed under this lockdown. Free wheat will be provided to the families associated with the NFSA till May. Packets of essential food items to be distributed free of cost to street vendors, daily wage laborers and other such needy families in urban areas. The distribution of Social Security pension will be done by the first week of April to the beneficiaries. Jitendra Trivedi, CIR News, Jaipur.
Meanwhile, the Bihar government has ordered shutting down of bus services, restaurants and banquet halls with immediate effect across the state till March 31st to prevent the spread of coronavirus. However, home delivery and take-home services of restaurants will remain functional. In Telangana, all transport services including bus, metro rail, MMTS and rail services came to a halt following a call by the state government for 24-hour-long self-imposed curfew. A report.
Determined to contain the spread of coronavirus, entire Telangana state, both the state government and people together are not taking any chance in fighting against the pandemic. From early today, they started extending full support to Janata Curfew as called by Prime Minister Narendra Modi. People at large confined to their homes from 6 a.m. onwards as the state extended a self-imposed curfew for 24 hours till 6 a.m. tomorrow. Morning walkers broke their daily routine. Even milkwala and paper boy also deferred their activities. All public transport services, both rail and road transport, have been suspended. Lakshmi, AR News, Hyderabad.
Ministry of Health and Family Welfare has advised people to follow basic protective measures so that they can keep themselves safe from the novel coronavirus. A report.
People should avoid participating in large gatherings. If a person is experiencing cough and fever, he or she should avoid close contact with others. People are advised not to touch their eyes, nose and mouth without cleaning their hands. Spitting in public places should be avoided. All persons should practice frequent hand washing with soap and water or use alcohol-based hand rub. Used tissues should be thrown into closed bins immediately after use. In case of fever, difficulty in breathing and cough, a doctor should be consulted immediately. The Health Ministry has issued a toll-free number 1075 for the public for inquiry about coronavirus. It has also issued an email ID ncov2019@gmail.com for any assistance on the pandemic.
In an exclusive talk show with All India Radio News, former President, Indian Medical Association, Dr. K.K. Agarwal, has expressed hope that people will follow the Prime Minister's call for self-imposed curfew in combating the COVID-19.
I hope everybody is awake and celebrating the Corona curfew, the self-curfew, what Modi ji has suggested to all of us. A social distancing of 3 feet. Self-distancing, building a Lakshman Rekha of 3 feet all around us and cleaning it with 0.1% bleaching solution.
The COVID-19 pandemic death toll soared to 12,725 worldwide as worst hit Italy reported a one-day record number of deaths, nearly 800, with the country's overall toll shooting past 4,800. France's toll jumped by 112 to 562 as police officials said helicopters and drones have been deployed to boost the government's attempts to keep people in their homes. And now, for an overview of today's newspapers, it's over to Subhadra Ramachandran.
Thank you, Abhishek. Nation gears up for Janata Curfew today, leads a statesman. City bans gatherings of 5 ahead of Janata Curfew, headlines in the Sun Times. The paper quotes the Delhi CM Arvind Kejriwal as saying, Delhi to be put under complete lockdown if circumstances require. No community transmission of coronavirus, says Centre, writes the Hindu. Private labs with kits okayed by EU, US FDA can test for corona, writes the Times of India, adding, only on doctor's advice and test cost can't top 4,500 rupees. Government may suspend trains for a few days. And finally, the government has fixed mask retail price at rupees 10 and sanitizers at rupees 100 for 200 ml, reports a Pioneer. With that, it's back to you, Abhishek.
Thank you, Subhadra. And now, before we end the bulletin, the headlines once again. Self-imposed 14-hour curfew called by Prime Minister Narendra Modi evokes overwhelming response. People remain indoors across the country. Prime Minister urges people to appreciate those engaged in combating COVID-19, including medical personnel, at 5 this evening. Prime Minister appeals to migrants to stay put wherever they are, not undertake any journey. ICMR issues guidelines for private labs to test for COVID-19. And Rajasthan government orders complete lockdown of state till 31st of this month. And finally, don't forget to appreciate those who are engaged in combating COVID-19 outbreak as urged by Prime Minister at 5 p.m. And with that, we end the morning news. Have a nice day.